G'day, Graham Ross here to show you how to install leaf stopper on a metal roof.
We will be covering installation on both corrugated and common deck roof profiles on both gutter edge and valley areas. Please take special care with deck roofs because not all profiles are the same, even though they may look similar. If not sure, contact Leaf Stopper. Your do-it-yourself leaf stopper kit will include a standard roll of 250mm wide mesh, although in some cases a 500mm roll may be needed instead. You will also receive trimettes and screws to fasten the mesh to the gutter edge, and saddles to secure the mesh to the top of the metal rib of your chosen profile. You will need to specify whether you want the standard 4mm diamond mesh, the most common choice and suitable for most general purposes, or whether you prefer the 1.8mm fine mesh, which can be used as protection against embers and small leaves. Remember, before you start, for the best result, thoroughly clean out your gutters. And always keep safety top of mind. Accidents can be caused while working on heights on ladders, trestles and roofs. We urge you to take care at all times, making sure your ladder or platform is firmly secured and to use a harness if working from the roof. Only work on the roof when it's dry and use footwear with good grip. We begin by rolling out the mesh and cutting to length. The gutter edge installation requires 2 steps. First, we will fasten the mesh to the gutter edge using the trimettes. And second, we will secure the back of the mesh using saddles. We begin step 1 by snipping the tab off the first trimette that we will be starting with. When facing the home, install the trimettes from left to right. Sandwich the mesh between the gutter lip and trimette, always making sure that mesh is well over the lip and that the trimette has a firm hold of the mesh. The trimettes have been designed to space your screws at the recommended 250mm apart. The pre-punched holes and tongue and slot connection give you a professional and consistent result. Gutters come in various types, but the trimettes should fit on almost any standard gutter, whether they be flat on top or rounded like a quad gutter. In some situations, a flat trim may be more appropriate than the 90-degree trimette. If the surface you're attaching to is flat, the flat trim can be used as a workaround when there is no other solution. When you reach the end of the run, how you fasten the mesh is up to you. The main point to keep in mind is that you need to secure the mesh so that it won't pull away, and that the leaves can't get caught or get in. With the gutter edge now completed, it's time for the second step, which is to secure the back of the mesh to the top of the metal ribs. If the mesh fits over the roof screws, that is quite acceptable. However, if your metal roof has roof screws that are in the way of the saddle placement, you may need to trim the mesh to fit just underneath the line of screws. Since the leaf stopper mesh does not stretch, we need to provide expansion cuts. These can be done by snipping the mesh, which creates a rectangular tab. Be careful not to cut further than what can be hidden by the saddle. Corrugated saddles are placed every second rib on the gutter edge. The same process applies to deck saddles, with the only difference being deck saddles are placed on every rib. Valleys require saddles on both sides. Roll out the valley mesh and cut to length. Pin the bottom, top and middle with saddles so that the mesh doesn't move and end up looking out of alignment. There are 2 ways to anchor the saddles on a corrugated valley. You can either install them the same way as on the gutter edge, called the forward method, or turn the saddles to align with the edge of the mesh, which is called the reverse method. If your valley is wide and you only have limited corrugation room to fasten to, then you might have to use the forward method. Otherwise, it's a personal preference as to what you think looks best. That completes the metal roof installation. We hope you enjoy the protection Leaf Stopper will provide you.
Look, with leaf stopper, it's really easy. You can do it yourself or get the professionals to install it for you. Leaf stopper, your home today.